In section 3 of Unit 4, we're going to look at the discriminant and the quadratic formula. Okay, let's define what the discriminant is. So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Okay, and now remember, we have to be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so kind of that standard form for a quadratic. And then a is what's in front of x squared, b is what's in front of x, and c is your number term. Okay, if the discriminant, I'm going to change the size of my pen here, but if the discriminant is equal to 0, there is one real solution. If the discriminant is equal to a negative number, there are two imaginary, or some people say two complex solutions. And if the discriminant is a positive number, there are two real solutions. So let's go down and look at number 2, right down here. I'm going to scroll in on this or zoom in on this problem. So this one's already in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. It's set equal to 0. That's the first thing. So now I'm going to do my b squared minus 4ac. So a is negative 10, b is 3, and c is equal to 1. So if I do that, b squared, so I have 3 squared. It's very important that you always put that inside parentheses, especially when you have to square a negative, if b is negative, minus 4 times a, which is negative 10, times c, which is 1. So this will be 9, and then it's minus, and this part right here gives me a negative 40. So 9 minus a negative becomes plus. So the value of my discriminant is 49. That's what the one thing you have to give for your answer. And if you go back to what I talked about earlier, we got a positive for our value of the discriminant. We got 49. So that means there will be two real solutions. Okay, now let's go down and let's do number 9. If we go down to number 9, notice this one is not in the right form. We have to set it equal to 0 as our first step, so I need to add 10 to both sides. So I have negative 8m squared plus 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we can identify our a, b, and c. So a is negative 8, b is 5, c is negative 3. So if I do my b squared minus 4ac, b is 5, so it's 5 squared. Again, this one's not a negative, but make sure you put that in front of parentheses, or inside parentheses, minus 4 times a, which is negative 8, times c, which is negative 3. So that's 25 minus, so if I do this multiplication first, that's a positive 24, and then 24 times 4 is 96, so it's 25 minus 96, which is equal to negative 71. So the value of the discriminant is the first thing we need to give for our answer, and then we need to state the number and type of solutions. If that's a negative, if the discriminant is negative, it is two imaginary solutions, or you could say two complex. Either one of those is okay. Imaginary and complex mean the same thing.